Good evening, guys. I want to start this with apologizing for yesterday, when my sound suddenly started to become so quiet that you could barely understand me. Just in case something like this happens today again, my sound is a bit louder today, so if it's loud, please tell me, or if I go too quiet, feel free to do the same. But other than some technical problems, yesterday we helped one of Count Fortom's sons to clear out some of Iceheart's heretics. We protected Alphino and Tataru after they've been sent to the court because they were talked about. I don't know, what was it called? I think it's when you start talking about different gods. I don't remember the word. Basically, we have fought against the people who accused them. And since Atari can't fight for herself, we did it for her. And obviously we won. After that, we were asked to go to Limsa Leminsa, where the Admiral told us about that Roban was supposed to get executed and that they moved him. But thanks to our Doma friends, we were able to rescue him. So let's see where this leads us. What else did we do today? We had a chat with Iriange about all of this, and when Lala fell from the syndicate, whose name I can't remember, came in and told us that Nanamo actually isn't dead, so I'm very happy to hear that, but that she apparently was put like in a death-like slumber, and the one who's actually at fault for that is Lolorito, because unlike that other little shitty Lalafey, he didn't want it to see her dead, so they changed out the potion bottles with the poison in it to one that's less fatal, so that she would appear to be dead, but actually isn't. So I am very happy about that. And yeah, also Harjafor gave us a black chocobo, which once we visited all the Aetherite or Aetherite storms, I think are they called, in an area, we will be able to fly again. So yay, we don't have to wait forever until we're able to fly. I think I'm gonna turn my mic down a bit because I can see it's constantly in the yellow part, and once I've done that, we are ready to go. So yeah, 1 second. Okay, that should be a bit better, I think. Especially should I get louder and need to scream at my game again for killing precious characters, or for people just deciding to be dicks. Who knows? I also don't trust Iriange anymore after we've seen him having a conversation with the Asians and them apparently knowing him and him doing stuff. He still could be a spy, but until I know that I can trust him again, I will stay unsure. So let's talk to Alphino, see what he has to say. I had not counted on Prioris Dewala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. True, he kind of suspected that. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Roban, We have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ulda. We couldn't have done it without you, Laladri. Thank you. Of course. What is this? It's a new ring. Well, I need Dex, because that's my main stat. So I don't think I have much choice, but the middle one, because it gives me Dex, the others don't have that. So I'm gonna go with this one. Quickly put that on before I forget it. What is this? When did I get a new armor piece? I think it's one of the things that I got while my armory chest was full. Because last night after the stream I did some tidying. Because my inventory was just full with way too much stuff. So I made some glamours and to put some stuff away, threw some stuff away that I'd like 10 times, like all the crafting clothes. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna run like this now. My character doesn't feel the cold. She's not like me, constantly cold. I wish I would be like that. Then let's talk to Alpha now. Tataru? Yes, General Roban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well. We shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of your coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume the siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultanate to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Diwala's claims. Diwala was the Lalafey who gave us the tip yesterday. That brings the case. I propose we leave Marshal Terrapin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Well, to be fair, we can't just rock up into Ulda. They will probably try to take our heads or something. Okay. Let's get back to Ishgard. To the Foundation. And from here on we teleport over to the last vigil. Let's have a talk with Tataru. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Roban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Haunchifant was desperate to get hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. Oh yeah, I need to talk to the guard first. I keep forgetting that I can't just run in. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mistress Shirogane, Master Livelier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it's best to have Mistress Sataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium bells toll, it's a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed that they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions scatter once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice. To remain in an besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. I think we should stay here and help them. Though we flee to the end of the world, it would seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take upon spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I for one grew tired of running. If we are to shine in the light of dawn, we must do so in sight of our fellow men, not hunkered in a hole. What do you say, Laladri? Wow, I can actually influence it? Normally they just ask and then ignore what I think. But I definitely think we should stay and fight. I like the last answer too. It's like just it's like whatever. I didn't give a flying poop about it. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. I can accept apparently another of my class jobs. I haven't even finished the last one I started. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tatari should have a say. Come, let's all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. She's right next to us. Why can't we discuss it in here? Sometimes these NPCs make really weird choices. I'd rather discuss in the warmth of a house than in the cold of the street, but that's their choice, not mine. Let's talk to them.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
I mean, I have a dragon that talks to me. Maybe he could talk to them.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
In his fancy armor.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, You might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your Lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
I think that was a drastic way from let's talk to him to then going to let's just slaughter him.
Perfectly. I shall assume that Isart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
He is an interesting persona. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning, I said to our cause, our plans for a parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander Said ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fortaunt Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. Okay. Sit down again, I think. Let's have a look. Okay. Where do I need to go? Okay, it is down, but it just decided not to tell me. Normally when you open the map it should show you if it's on a different level from where you are. And Forgotten Night should be up. You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray, make it quick. Yes, sir.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit, the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Having secured Sir Amaric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to thither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a sizable size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over to Lady Isard, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estine, let us be about our task. So many cutscenes.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Please, what? What's happening right now? What's going on? Why did it change? I'm not okay with the cutscene just being done. Before we set forth, we must needs inform the Terror of our plans. Then I shall await you at Saint Rayonet's Forum, Tell your friends we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Laladri, let us head back to Fortor Manor. Okay, let's teleport back there. And head inside. Our course is set to Taru. It may be some time before Laladri and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. Let's see, he gets some new clothes. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. By the 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. It was the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. She's such a sweetheart. Okay, where do we need to go to talk to Esther? Okay, to the Sky Steel Manufactory. You have said your farewells then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but you approve an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Ishalay's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Corthia's Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretics' activities has been reported in the area. So to Falcon's Nest. Well, Mr. Shirogane, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I've met this young gentleman. Alpha Nollevieux, at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretic movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my man. A patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgane's Mills. It's possible they have unearthed information that could be useful for you. Mistress Shirogane knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Laladri. I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. It's a bit distracting. Streaming when I see the constant messages pop up in the group chat with my friends, and you just see parts of really weird conversations like, what is going on? It's like, the one time you're not looking at your phone, it's getting bombarded with weird stuff. That's what I get for forgetting to mute the chat. Normally do that during streaming, because they have the habit to just message when you are busy or sleeping. Did I go the wrong way? I mean, if I remember, the refuge was down here. I just keep my journey and hope that I can get up there. If not, I just have to go back. Because I remember being sent down here. I should get there. Nearly walked straight into it. Is it up there? No. God, thanks God I went the right way. Ooh, one of these ether currents. Let's collect that first. Is that important so that I can at some point start flying here? They teach me how the wind is blowing. Let's talk to the expedition leader. Mistress Shirogane, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigations. Several of our numbers were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Laladri. Please don't be polar bears. I don't want to kill bears. No. Oh, okay, water. I read it as a web. The beasts are slain then? My thanks. Mistress Shirogane, we may return to our duty without fear of mauling. Oh, we obtained a wind-up alpha now. Is that a mini? Yeah, we now have alpha as a minion. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but at whether those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we derived some clue from these letters, or we wandered the snowfields and prayed that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. It's hardly a choice at all. Let's have a look of that. I miss something? Where is the third one? Right here. Ah, I walked past it, okay. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Yes, 3 of them. Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Levalier and Sir Astenan, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here, then? Every one of these pages is a record of a dealing betwixt the Gorgian Mal's heretics and their fellows at the Ankh Afar Amphitheatre. There are requests of foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Isard's followers must yet inhabit the ruin we had thought abandoned. The Ankh Afar Amphitheatre is the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheatre lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbreeder succeeded in recreating the Ankh Afar beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Isard. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily available, but given that the heretics of Gorgian Mal seem to have been in regular contact with their presence at the amphitheatre, and whether it still functions, I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snow Cloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Astenan, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading onto it out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durin there posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. It's not that fast. What? The guest of House Forton, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon none less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is what you will. Assuming the Ark of Farm beacons the functions, we must pray that the 12th does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the Primus Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoin at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Okay, let's lip sync. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish your beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drop of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It would take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers, may Dragon Wings spare us the victory. Fair enough, I guess then we fight. Let's make this easier. Why can't I shoot him? And I was pressing the button.
Your guard is down.
What the? Why are they turning into dragons? Holy hell. Great, they are getting bigger.
Know your folly.
Focus. Release!
Just got this ability yesterday, so I'm still curious about what it does. They fight like demons till the death to remain. Fall back, brothers, retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Isard. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not know already? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, it's certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you will be so good as to enlighten us, Estienne? I suspect it is the heretics' way to refer to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, it's told that the Azure Dragoon of that age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy See sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinder began to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a spout of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to the Ashen Isle. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west before we approach the frozen beast. However, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the Convictions have set up camp in Twinspool. Their leader, Jantelot, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Okay, where do I have to go for that? Ah, I've been there. Fair enough. I need to go up again, or can I reach it from down here? Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the winds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I've seen this frail youth here use fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my by the fury? The armor, that lance, the azure dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentlelord, leader of the convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Isard, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be, somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Laladri, Estanen, let us make our way throughout the camp and see what information there is to be had. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Laladri. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every raid Morgs, Vermore, and Bertonan that wanders in and out of camp? What, isn't that kind of your job? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose, and I should be none the wiser. I had dragons, my dear lady. The big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for sign of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Fair enough. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Perique or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these peering fobs fed and close as it is. It's no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Smart, I can help you with, my lady. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If I please, my lord, I'm Perique, a searcher by trade, though not much of one if I'm honest. It weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up a spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Jantelot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me my wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, I don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I heard, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Isaac was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tribe and asked for seconds, told they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his fire camp. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged in a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Liladri? It should prove a trifling task for you to precede a number of fights. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it would take the both of us finding enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay, before we begin the hunt, I will quickly grab another drink and I'll be right back. I am back, so let's the hunt begin. Let's see, where exactly do we need to go to get them? Seems close enough. I mean, they're technically from a fade, so I don't think if they would give me what I need. So, just go where I'm actually supposed to go. Okay, let's go back to Estinian. See where that is. Just looking for a way to get up there. Ooh, an ether current. Can I sneak past him? Yes. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. He must have been privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need? Yes, I do.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We have two options. We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard, or we wish to speak with you. I think I'm gonna go with the second one, because that's kind of what we want from her.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
I mean, it's worth a try.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heavensward in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Heavensward ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
And where does he keep that?
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels. And the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
I don't know if I want to go there. What's happening? Okay. Serge is not talking to me anymore.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Very interesting. You are Laladri, yes? Pray address me as Isaile? I don't know how to pronounce that name. If you wish. It's passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest. Why do they always have to run away? It seems not on this map then. Dravania. Huh, how do I get there? Okay. You like it that there's so many mountains. It's like, on which can I go to get where I want to be? And which are the ones I need to walk around? I thought this was supposed to be the right way. Huh. I might have gone lost a bit. I fear that I'm too low. I need to be up there. Okay. Let's figure out together how to get up. How do I get there? Oh. It's also not really the right way, I think. Travania. Need to get there. That would have also worked okay. I miss being able to just teleport everywhere. Since I, for the love of God, can't figure out how to get there. Can I get up there? What? Let's see. Not high enough. Sometimes I wish the NPCs would escort me around the map to find my way. It would make my life so much easier. Wow. Okay, let's go for the upper part. Maybe that's easier to get. No, fair enough. I was already so close to where I actually needed to be. I didn't see that that I could get there from here as well on the map. Otherwise I would have straight gone this way. Meh.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path of Som-Al will take us far to the west beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned? There's a village here, but I thought these lands are sole domain of Dragonkin. Why would anyone choose to live in such perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make the living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marketchomp, is an acquaintance of mine. Hello, Dusty Dream Daisy. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. He will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections? Only to this caseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. I mean, he has a point with that. Time is kind of of an essence, and I wasted loads of it trying to find my way. Okay. Let's gather this ether current. And down we go. Let's attune before we forget about it. Well, turn my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Isale. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Master Chomp, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Isale not explain things to you, boy? You seemed in towering calum trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now I know I won't stop Isale here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Okay, see if there's anything good for us, which I doubt, so just take the coin. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I tell you, the bloody gnarls. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a mega crop and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. They never used to stray far from the hives out of fear of the dragons, but have gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lair, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Gnar's home territory. It would seem that much has changed in Travania. The Gnars were not what caused such strife when I arrived. You lived here, in Travania? Aye, it was the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the path of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protections of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Heavensward, the dragon she kept talking about. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of a majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchichom found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. And until Feather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying the Gnarls were once a peaceful people? Peaceful would not do the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who introduce upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through an underbrush of some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Somal and crush any unruly insect we meet outdoor. A more direct path then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Somal, shall we? Okay, I didn't saw that orange spot there. Let's keep going. Let's have a look if he left us alone. And on we go. Should we chance to meet the Market-Champ again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect North, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid runes that I would tentatively describe as Asgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays the definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphinaud. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and Dragonkin lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of the mission with this incessant squabbling. Laladri, pray reason with these two. We have our goals are the same, set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed and us just generally not caring. So I'm going with set aside your differences for now. Which seems like a reasonable request, I think. Quite, lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which reclaims the life of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Laladri's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estienne. You would have me kept my consort until Laladri's vision confirmed the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Dragon will likely provide the catalyst Laladri's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Okay, I'm getting another bard outfit. Let's see if it's better. And it is. Oh, fuck off. We're talking about peace with your kind and you attack me. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west, as guardians should know them as Annex Shrine. The place serves as the roots of the dragon's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Som Al, then we must first besiege these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened, the one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the position of the Gnath. Let us survey the approach of the tower and see if the path is clear. Well, I got a new follow without noticing, so I guess my alerts aren't working as intended. Thank you for whoever did that. I'll probably see when I put it on break or end the stream. It's as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Gnath soldiers. Market did not exaggerate them. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty thought my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Gnath's muskets. There is no route save the ones before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Okay, let's go there. Over there. They were hiding. cowards. I take no pleasure in killing the Gnoth. It was to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the country together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. That's a really good mindset. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
I thought we were supposed to be nice to the dragons. Maybe threatening him isn't helping.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed?
Yes.
'Tis beyond thee, mortal. But thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Why do the melees always get their stuff first? So, the Gnath have summoned a god, and thus is the mystery of the newfound belligerents laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Isard? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Sheba to further mine own ends. I desired your strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thoughts or compunction. Enough, enough, I say. If the Gnath have truly brought forth the deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rest upon this primal defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of face sustains its existence? My apologies. You are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Master Chubb, if he knows more of the Gnath and their culture than most. Can I attune to that? Let's have a look. Yes. So we can teleport back and here again. Oh, back already, are we? You met the Gnaths, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summoned a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Gnath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here, outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you about it, if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would the Gnath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge upon in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourself. You want a good-sized jar of land-trap nectar, a basket of calamari fruit, and, always a North favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I should gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphinaud's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You need to carve it from the smaller nagas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you need to set it down at what we call a trading post. Here, I'll make a spot on your map for you. You have been most kind, Master Marchichom. Well then, let us attend to our respective stars, a recon vents at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten naga egg. Okay, it seems like I can't go through here. Nope. I just have to go around. Really? And Chocobo takes me. I've been taking such good care of mine. Why do they do this? They're still going the right way? Yeah. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to heal myself. I'm gonna teleport back. Oh, where exactly I need to go? Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I should just summon it. Thank you. Yeah, my Chocobo has that skill. I just constantly forget to summon it. It's a bad habit. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Isial's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Nanka meat? Yes, we do. Splendid. I shall put it with Aston's fruit and assemble a suitable generous-looking hamper for the Gnath. And new pants for me. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the north, I think I would be suitably impressed. Because he knows how the Gnath think about these things. Well, how much long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Impatient child. Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. They look so weird. I thought they were hats they were wearing, but they are just their... well, hats. But... long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Landtrap nectar, callum tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. They seem quite happy about it. But the way they looked for me while fighting them, it's like, you know, these hats they have like in old Asian movies. That's what it looked like for me. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. They seem way too happy about that. Could be, you could be right that that's what it's supposed to look like, but who knows? But better to live in stench than be cranked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come. It is not far. I mean, he has a point. I'd rather be stinky than be eaten, but... both of it doesn't seem to be that pleasant. should I get there? I mean, it doesn't look that cramped to me. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Okay. The non-mind? Welcome to our hive, Santa. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are! But if it's words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Gna's god, of the god of one mind summoned into our midst. The one mind, these are the Gnas who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at the beginning. Kind of reminds me of the Borgs from Star Trek. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my breathing, and with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. I was likely one that had fled battles with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible advisors. The one mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a better wary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed man. The one mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Gna's lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the reward for this war. We of the West despise and revile his insatiable existence. Again, only one with dexterity, so... Oops. I think I prefer to be a Veth than on the other ones. I don't want to share my mind with anyone. Sounds terrible. Oh, it's riding on a dog. I call upon the power of a primer for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgression. Not so the Gnoth. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Gnoth. As you so rightfully put it, if they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of the gods' unstable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you purpose the destruction of the Scot, Master Alphinaud, a being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior of light to her death? No, You have the right of it, Asian. It would seem it is I who am generally guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Laladri. Well, I do not fear my duty. One of us has to do it, and I know it won't be you. Wait, Laladri need not face his foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do better without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primates have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Estinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with the deity. In this, at last, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. I mean, yeah, the last big task he tried failed epically. So I kind of understand that. Okay, so many to talk with. We are Veth. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind thoughts. We cannot predict their will. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunter, however. All they care about is their food. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your soul. Surely you are not so generous as that? No, I actually do prefer to keep my soul. Who else should I talk to? I didn't see this time. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, that meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. Always hungry, it seems. Sure, I go and bring you guys one more Nanka flesh. But this time, with my chocobo. Oops. Where was the lake again? I can't remember. Okay, let's not trigger another tree. So we can go straight for the little Nanka. Okay, that was a bit of an overkill. Let's go back and see what they give us for that little pile of Nanka flesh. We Veth do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Yes, here it is. Another gift for the Veth, so unexpected. Yes, you will have more of the words your strange hunter hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the one overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single north, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our God, undetected is all but impossible. Okay. The Veth are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Gnar society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These North, the ones who inhabit the larger hives, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hives, however, are the Veth, or the Non-Mind, who, for reason that yet escapes me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their North counterparts. Thus are the Veth ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions. Of the nature of their own God. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous thought it may be, the Veth did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the envious of the colony, the Gnars will bring us before the deity to make an offering of our souls. That sounds like a really bad idea. Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Gnars, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until the god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You would join me in this endeavor, will you not, Liladri? I don't really have a choice in this, so... Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. Would that I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it's settled. The lad where you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then follow them to take us prisoners. I'm really not sure if I like this plan. But let's go there. See, where do I need to go for that? Okay. Okay, down here. Lots of stuff could go wrong. But yeah. I'm not a fan of offering my soul, but if that brings us to that great dragons whose name I can't remember, nor know how to pronounce, guess you have to take that chance. Yeah, but didn't I lose my blessing and it's just slowly rebuilding in me? Oh, just leave me alone. Fine. Really? The second I start to protect myself, it resets. Typical. Intruders, your lives for... What was that? It came back just to fuck off again. Bullshit. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Nope. I don't know, but I also don't know if they ever told me if I'm actually still immune or not, so I don't know. I guess otherwise I would have a problem, so... Where's my chocobo? What's he doing? He's still fighting that flying thing. Even that my choke was my healer, I'm gonna go and rescue her quickly. So we head over and talk to Lady Iceheart. The Overmind must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Okay, let's go in. The ones so far away from me triggered, but the ones I walked directly past didn't even care to acknowledge me. Yeah, could be. Given that it's facing the gate that I came out of, it should have seen me. Let's keep on killing our way in. How dare you shoot at my chocobo? Ooh, there's an ether current. Let's go for that. That ship is sufficient. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have steered your mind for the battle to come. Are you prepared then? I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna stand here waiting for hours. Hold here, Laladri. When next the Gnars come, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders. There's no escape. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before the Lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. I mean, she would deserve it. Kind of.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
Hey, that is cool. Happy we agree on that. Wow.
our strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
Oh, cool. I did not know that the others were all from Final Fantasy games. But it kinda makes sense, because I do a lot of crossover with their stuff.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
I mean, look at him. He has 6 swords, and 2 of them look like wings. How can he not all go for war?
Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily.
You say they are wings, but it looks like in the back he has 2 sets of hands that are holding them, so it kind of looks as if we could fight with them too.
Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
No, I do not accept, because I would definitely win. Not, I have a problem.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Oh cool, is she summoning Shiva? Do I get a cool form too, or am I just a peasant in between these? The magical good transformation, I like that.
A god clad in flesh.
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Yeah, but next time I look like one. I mean, look at them. They look epic. And I'm not even as tall as one of the elves. I'm not sure how they are called in this game because I can't remember. But my character is tiny. I'm just barely taller than Alpha now.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
I guess it's my turn now.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven? A warrior, then? Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
I don't have to fight a primal alone, do I? Guess that would probably end in death. Okay. Okay, and see if I can find a group for it. Apparently the waiting time is like 5 minutes, so it shouldn't be too long. But given that two primals were fighting against each other, it kind of didn't look that epic. Yeah, it was. Didn't look like she hurt him at all. No, I was just about to start dancing. I like the music. No. But yeah, it would have been nice. I'm not sure if I want to dance with him. That might hurt.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
Hitting camera, instant wall in the face.
Furious as a blaze.
A tiny spot between the flames. Oh, I don't know what that means.
lost in the glory of combat!
The fuck is going on? Holy, that nearly killed me.
Unyielding to the earth! Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
He is. He really is cool. And everyone left before I could give out any recommendations. Typical.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Stupid Asio.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
I hate them so much. They're annoying. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Galadri. Well, it's time we joined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. Let's make our way back. Is he still in the non-mind, I think they were called? Yes. we clear? Laladri, Lady Isale, thank the 12. Lord Ravenna, you say? How curious that the Voth never mentioned his name. And you're quite certain he will keep his word? There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle I must attribute to Laladri. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light. Unlike some, you were gone so long that Master Alphonor here nigh lost his wits for worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Astinian, was that truly necessary? Yes, it totally was. Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primer is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidonir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm... I don't know. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by ill chatter. Come, now. We must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphonor is still but a boy. Shall we be on our way to annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragon think that we have forgotten our bargain. Oh wait, I can teleport there. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Gnath? Nay, my friend, we returned in triumph, while the Laladri's hand was the beastman god Lord Ravenna laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primus swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. That promise we believed you will keep. The Gnath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then? How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you upon the deepest reaches of morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascents to the summit of Somal. But be fairly warned. The minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern, shall I judge your party possessed a sufficient fortitude to proceed? We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the Sentry Tower. Let us begin the climb. Let's have a look. God, I would hate having to walk up all these stairs. I would be dead just reaching this point. Is anything interesting in here? Maybe for a later point. Am I going totally wrong? Is this the way I can go? Or am I too high? Nah, I should be fine like this. I'm happy that I'm not the only one having trouble finding stuff. Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Well, seems like I'm going at least kind of in the right direction. Worst case, I go back. Wouldn't be the first time tonight that I went the total wrong way or I tried to find my way. They look more like dinosaurs than dragons. This kind of looks like a really wrong way. But who knows? Worst case, I teleport back and try again. Cavern of More. Could be. I think you are right. It's just go back there and try again. Okay, so let's have a look what exactly is written there. Second floor, then fight your way through Morn's denizens. I need to go to the second floor. I guess I was a floor too high. My apologies. But something tickled in the back of my throat. This should be the second floor. Yeah. What is this? Why does it give me the option to talk to a corpse? Well, no shit. How could you just point to me if it's dead? Okay, so how can I walk without not fighting too much? Oh, another ether current. Okay. Holy, that's a big radius. Just to be on the safe side. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to some summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of men. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin this mountain is reserved as holy ground, and respite placing bows where you the minions of Nitox during your ascent, for it is certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My further words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep your stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open, let us not tarry here. A moment, shall we blindly forge on, knowing the danger that awaits us? Tioman herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nitox's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bear our paths shall fear the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher, need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. It was to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, And it's for their sake that I go now to speak with Epic Dragon. But I said nothing of Tire Man. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of the deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Epic Dragon, our path leads up to the mountain. I really can't say that name. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choices do we have? Oh. I did not think of this as a dungeon. But sure. Let's go in there. Take that off. Estimated waiting time is 9 minutes. So, since it was blocked earlier from my amazing idea to just dance, have a Safnarian dance. Just bought a few days ago. Took forever to farm that many more Greek points. Thank you. I only have 2 dances though. And you spent way more time in the gold saucer. So I have this one. And the harvest dance. Oh, I did not know that. I will need to have a look at that. I guess it's from a blue quest or... Yeah, this is from Gridania. I thought it was from an event. I did not think it was their specific dance. But good to know, then I have a look at how to get the other 2 dances at least. Oh god, then I definitely need to Google how, which of them they are. Does Ishgard also have a dance? Or is it just the other 2? Nobody knows. Shame. Would be interesting what Ishgardian dances would look like. I think that's enough dancing. interesting. I didn't know that the beast drives the dances. To be fair, I don't think I ever did one of the quests either so far. Wasn't really interested in that yet. There's way too much content. Okay. Or when I have nothing better to do with my time. I'm also thinking what I might do as a reward for the follower goal should I ever get the 10. Because I've seen that lots of people have rewards. Since I don't know that much about Twitch yet, I just thought of a picture of my dog. I think that might be a good idea. Because everyone on the internet, when a dog is in there, everyone's like a toll paid for it. Like, if a dog gets mentioned, you need to post a picture of it. I thought since I mentioned him in one of my other streams, that might be a cute idea. Cute picture of my dog on my profile webpage. What's so funny about it? I like that idea. So yeah, I'm working on figuring out how everything works here, since apparently my alert didn't work when you started following me, because it should have popped up, but it didn't. Thank you. So yeah, still in the working. Fair enough. I guess that's because it's running over streaming labels also. I think it might take a bit to pick up on that. But I think I should have heard the alert. But since I never actually never had anything happen since I had it, I don't know. I will have a look at it tomorrow. See if I need to fix something or so. still getting used to it that I now can always have one of my bardic songs on. Because I just did that quest yesterday, so... I'm just gonna resign it because I honestly don't know. And I still got it. Yay! Well. I'm just out of the radius. That is a big dragon. Keep forgetting the bardic songs. Okay, she already got it. him. Read that fast as the chat keeps going up. For the love of God. Just wanted to read what he was typing. But my chat was so fast that it just decided to just wobble it away. Level up. Okay. I can't wear that. And I don't know about that. So everything was great again. It's kind of full of the thing. He does look cool. Tiamat, consort of Nico, we beseech you, grant us safe passage. I cannot read that fast. I am sorry. But I think it's pretty obvious what Tien wants. And she's really sad that we have to fight. Read on everything. Hey, I got a player recommendation. Okay, my crystals are lighting up again. The lottery? Oh, he was worried again. It would seem Tiaman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. I think they disagree. What is happening? No! What's going on? And Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But the damned worm-wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Arm, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
Let's go and get the teleport. And then I think I'm done for today. It's been nearly 4 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm not sure if I can continue it tomorrow because I'm getting a new graphic card, and depending on what time it comes, I'm not sure if I have enough time to set up my PC for streaming. But if not tomorrow, then definitely on Thursday again. I hope I see you again, and good night everyone. Bye!